In this video, I want to follow up to a session I just did at the Tom Ferry Success Summit. I was on stage with Jason Pantana and a couple extraordinary agents, and the topic was creating content that produces results for real estate agents. And I said something I think struck a chord, and I want to follow up on it today. And I said, I only create content that creates clients. And that's my commitment. I think too many of us have been offered a lot of marketing advice, top of mind advice, social media advice that really is not tied directly from you do this and here's how to get a result, a client or commission check. And I think most people can relate to when I said that in 2017, when I was an active real estate agent with my wife and father-in-law here in San Diego, I wrote up on my board and I said, no marketing that doesn't create income. And so today I want to walk you through the 3 ways that I know you can absolutely create content and get income. Let's dive in. Number 1, of course, is by far the biggest winner that I have seen in the industry, period. Let me know down in the comments if you know something better, please. I want to take you back to 2020. I'm talking to Ben Bestoke, who is the founder of Sierra Interactive. This is one of the best websites where they have the strongest SEO components, and they have numerous clients in the room who are creating huge amounts of leads from organic content because Ben built an SEO forward website and a CRM to allow agents to scale their content and create lots of leads. And so I was talking to Ben about an insight about some hyper local strategies that I was thinking about. And I said, hey, Ben, here's what I'm thinking, hyper local, da, 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 da. This will be great for my agents who are in a little bit more of a high end marketplace. They don't have to play these big games around, kind of California. They can just niche down, et cetera, et cetera. And he just leaned over to me and he said, Patrick, you really should look into YouTube SEO. And this is 2020. And I'm like, YouTube SEO, what are you talking about? And then of course I went in and I started learning. I realized at that point that relocation content on YouTube was a massive winner. At that time, I recently had heard about an agent who had created $1 million in commissions from his YouTube channel. And then when I went and I evaluated the YouTube channel, all I realized was it was just relocation education on YouTube. And I went, this makes perfect sense. YouTube is run by Google, and the search engines understand that there's a lot of people searching homes for sale in, city name, neighborhood name, community names. And so if they come on to YouTube, it just makes sense that the algorithm would recommend this content to that customer on our behalf. And I went, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Now, in 2020, I was so excited about this. I tried to keep it a secret, but since 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and now 2024, there are so many agents that have made a fortune with just creating relocation content. So, good friend of mine, Ken Posick, who's in Florida. He built an amazing YouTube channel. Back when I talked to him maybe 2 years ago, he was on track for $2 million in gross commissions, all leads generated from his YouTube channel, all relocation content. So what we saw, if they're in a high relocation marketplace, they won big. What I started to look at was going back to my original insight, which was, can we win at the hyper local level? So in 2020, I started working with a good buddy of mine, Mr. Ryan Schramm in San Clemente, California. And fast forward in 2024, proud to report for him, he's made over $1 million in gross commissions just from people moving to San Clemente, California. Then a good buddy of mine, Mr. Randy Ora in Laguna Niguel, he created a YouTube channel and just did content on Laguna Niguel. This year is already $200,000 in gross commissions earned, YouTube leads direct. So my friends, if you haven't figured it out yet, relocation content, either at the hyperlocal level, or if you're in a big marketplace where there's lots of relocation, this is an absolute winner. It produces extraordinary financial returns. Hey guys, pardon the interruption. If you haven't already, could you give this a thumbs up so the algorithm, shares with more people? Subscribe to my channel. That definitely helps the growth of this content. And if you want to support me as a coach to provide more and more content, go down below to the description box and check out some of the referrals and affiliate links, some of the companies that I'm supporting. If you want to look at hiring a VA, check out Sphere Rocket, the link to Sierra Interactive and book an appointment with them. Find out what they're all about regarding all this SEO content with website, or my friends at Landboys to get expired FSBO leads, which is a great opportunity right now at the end of 2024, going into 2025. My favorite property radar, the best home ownership data that you can get to build extraordinary lists. You name it, guys. Check those things out. Use my referral link. That just supports me. I appreciate you doing that. Back to the episode. Number 2, this is a topic where I've been really pressing in on a lot of my veteran agents, my agents who are really top quality real estate advisors and professionals. When I ask them, how are they answering some of the big questions today? What are some of the strategies that they're applying to produce extraordinary results for their selling customers and their buying customers? And I listened to the stories, how they were negotiating, how they were dealing with difficult scenarios, what their consultations were like, what type of things that they were doing to prepare their customers to win big. When I heard their advice, I realized that they had strong, expert advice. They had wisdom. They had tactics. They were applying strategies. They were applying lots of education that was just producing an extraordinary result. Every single time I get one of those agents to provide that educational content out into the marketplace on exactly how they're helping others win big in the marketplace, it's surprise, surprise. They get what's called inbound clients. People say, hey, I watched your video about, my agent didn't cover that. When I asked my agent the question that you answered, they didn't have an answer. When I went through the process, I actually had a terrible experience. Then I watched your content, read your email, read your blog post, read your guide, read your LinkedIn article, and you actually outlined what you did to help your client win. And now here I am. I want your services. That's content that creates clients. And we see lots of evidence around how that works. Now, I commonly rail against some of my clients who do, and they're like, well, should I create tips? No one needs another tip online right now. But do you have expert advice? Do you have wisdom to share with your customers that's going to improve their experience? If you do, please get that online, make that available to people so that they can understand what's the difference between someone who has wise expert advice versus the average agent in the industry. And I promise you, those people will come seek you out for that advice. That's number 2. Number 3 is my social media secret. The funniest thing about social media is everybody wants to know, how do you create income with this thing? But my friends, if you just go look at the top social media agents on the planet and you just ask them, what percentage of the clients you're getting from your social media are from agent referrals? It's extraordinary what you're going to hear. So I just want to remind a lot of you that the social media game that I know for sure creates income and clients is playing the agent referral social media game. It's really wild how successful this is. Now, unfortunately, you and I both know that too many agents spend way too much time on social media as consumers, not necessarily as publishers. And because they're looking at what all these other agents are doing, the funny thing is they end up seeing what you're doing on social. And then when they have a referral, then they, of course, go, well, that's the agent that I would recommend, right? And so social media agent referrals is an absolute winner. I've created huge success with that personally for myself, either closing those deals from agents that I know or passing them on now to my wife. But I got all my clients, my coaching clients working on this too, and they're creating extraordinary results. So my friends, there's 3 100% certain ways that you can create content. Doesn't have to always be video. Obviously that relocation education on YouTube, very video heavy. But in terms of expert advice, this could be blog articles, articles on LinkedIn, articles on Facebook, written word on Instagram or carousels, right? It doesn't really matter, my friends. Creating really good guides today where you're actually thoughtfully putting down what to do and how to do it and what you recommend, making that available to people. And then last but not least is if you're going to do social and you're not thinking about expanding the audience to all those agents to get agent referrals, you're totally missing more than half of your income for your effort and return on investment. There you go, my friends. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything else that I'm missing. Content that creates clients for free. What can we do? If you have any questions, put it down in the question box. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, give it a thumbs up. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one.